Manny has started his career as an attorney during the foreclosure crisis, battling against the big banks, but was dissatisfied in a field without jury trials. He then took his talents to the Broward County Public Defender's Office, where he handled everything from possessions of cannabis to attempted murder charges. He then left the Public Defender's Office after 3 years to get some civil law experience. And a few months later, Hurricane Irma hit, and he suddenly found himself engulfed in homeowner calls, unable to get in touch with their insurance companies after the storm. And hence where Manny's focus is today, which is growing his homeowners insurance claims practice and helping homeowners fight against their insurance company when they wrongfully underpay or deny their claims. Hopefully that has not happened to any of us. But with over 30 jury trials in his pocket, he is not afraid to push insurance companies and their lawyers into court when they fail to treat his client fairly. So having said that, I will turn it over to Manny, who will take it from here.
Thank you, Laura. Guys, it's attorney Manny Serra of the Rosen Law Firm. First of all, thank you for some of you guys sending me some nice emails after my baby was born. I really appreciate that. That was kind of cool. So Adam is my partner. He does the criminal defense. I help him out with some of that, but he doesn't really help me with the property. That's all mine. That's my baby, aside from my real baby. And really, I know we're kind of ending the day and it kind of gets dreary at the end of this, but I'm going to ask you guys a question. You don't have to raise your hand or anything, but let's pretend your home gets hit by a hurricane. What is your first call? What's the first thing you do? There's a tier, kind of 3 tiers that are best, good, and don't do that, okay? Best is to call an attorney, and I'll explain why. Good is to call a public adjuster. That's someone on your side, obviously, that can help you work through your claim. Don't do that is to call your insurance company first, okay? Hurricane Irma claims, of all of them made, so the government of Florida actually puts out a report on Hurricane Irma claims. The last time it was updated, and I don't know if they have to update it any further, I think that's why they stopped, was January 1st of 2020. You guys remember Irma hit in 2017, South Florida, September 10th, 11th, 9th, just depending on where you're located.
Sorry about that. All right, so January 2020 is the last time that Florida updated their numbers on Hurricane Irma. And over 33% of the claims made back in January resulted in a closed case with no payment, okay? I would love to delve into there and see how many of those were unrepresented by either a public adjuster or a homeowner. I got into this field because my dad made a claim after years and years and years of saying, don't worry, we have insurance for that. Don't worry, we have insurance for that. Mm-hmm. I got into this field because we had something happen in our home and it was not paid for. And my dad, I was younger, didn't get a public adjuster, didn't get a lawyer, and just took the denial. Oh, insurance said it's not covered, below deductible, yada, yada. Don't ever accept that, ever, whatsoever. With a hurricane, the best part about a hurricane is that it's considered an act of God. So your insurance premium will not go up, okay? They cannot raise your rate. They cannot drop your coverage for anything that's an act of God. You can have 2 hurricanes hit you back to back, make 2 claims, and they can't penalize or punish you for that. And if they do, they can be in some serious bad faith trouble, where I can get involved. But the difference between a public adjuster and a homeowner's insurance attorney is this, okay? When a hurricane comes, there are over 1 million claims made in the state, all right? And that's just residential. That's not commercial and other things in municipal ordinances, counties, sorry. When that happens, the insurance company has 90 days, okay, to either affirm your claim and make payment, or deny your claim. They can file an ROR, reservation of rights, and then not pay your claim because they say you failed to provide this document, yada, yada, yada. The biggest part during a hurricane is getting in first, okay? There is a pot of gold at the insurance company when a hurricane hits because they have insurance on their insurance. They reinsure. So when a hurricane hits, they actually have their own insurance fund that they use to pay out homeowners. If you wait for that pot of gold to slowly come down, you're going to struggle to get a fair settlement and really have to push. A public adjuster does not have the ability to say, hey, insurance company, you don't pay, I'm sending you to court, here's my 5-day demand, okay? After the 90 days if they issue a payment or they're not able to process your claim or you can't get someone on the phone, They can't do that. And so you'll have, if you're a public adjuster, you have a public adjuster with your claim, you'll just be sitting there in files stacked up upon desk, and there's no way for them to move them. And that's when they call our phone. And so it's just an extra step to get us involved. Now, we have our own independent public adjusters that we send out to your home to handle the claim. And we pay them a flat fee, and we take a percentage of the claim if it doesn't go to lawsuit, just like the public adjuster does. No, there is no downside to going with a lawyer. What happens if we get to a lawsuit, the Florida lawyers in here will likely know, an insurance company actually has to pay my entire bill, all of it, every single cent of my bill, if I'm able to get you $1 more or 1 cent more than you were offered before we went into court. So it's a beautiful law. It gives the homeowners a lot of power in terms of battling against the insurance company. It's something that we didn't really have back in the day when I was doing foreclosure defense. Battling against big banks, trying to argue for negotiable instruments arguments in these silly bench trials. But I digress. Back to the homeowner stuff. My message to you guys is, and it doesn't have to be us, okay? I'd be happy if you guys get damaged and call us, but I'm looking out, and this is educational, as Arif was talking about. The last thing I'd like to hear is, oh, the insurance company denied my claim. I didn't know I could make a claim. Or I gave it to a public adjuster. I don't know what's going on a year and a half later, and then we have to get involved. When your home is damaged, okay, my recommendation to you is to call an attorney, a licensed Florida attorney, or whoever's in your state, to have someone, a representative from their firm, go out and scope the loss and report the claim to the insurance company for you, so you're not wrongfully denied or underpaid or put in a pile where we can worry about the public adjuster later. Let's worry about the attorneys now, so we don't have to face lawsuit in the future and have to pay maybe triple the fees that we would have to just resolve it now. So that's the message today, is really just, if a storm hits, call an attorney. It's like a public adjuster on steroids, okay? And we can't do our job without public adjusters. They're great. I don't know how to scope a loss on Xactimate. I know how to read them, but to go out there and do it, they do a great job. But why not have a 2-in-1 combo, then rather just go with one, and if it doesn't work, then we'll go with a lawyer. It just makes zero sense. It's nonsensical. So thank you for your time, guys. I appreciate it. Sorry for the switch up in here. And I like to say at the Rosen Law Firm, we're here for you when bad things happen to good homes. Thank you for your time, guys.